Gigabyte, I love you guys, I really do. I'm not saying that just because I want to get sponsored by you, at least not just because of that. But in the words of the great Avril Lavigne, why do you have to make things so complicated? You've released two great, but two identical displays are confusing so many people, because now we have the Aorus FI32U, part of the Aorus lineup, and then you have the identical Gigabyte M32U, part of the Gigabyte lineup. So are they literally just the same product repackaged? Well, yes, but then kind of no. And looking closely at the spec sheet, we can see there are some tiny, minuscule differences you may care about. The differences are pretty minor though, so it will mainly still come down to which one you can find at a better price and which one you like the look of the most. Because of course one of the main differences is in the looks, with the Gigabyte being more of a standard desktop monitor, while the Aorus FI32U being part of the Aorus gaming lineup is of course more gamery, as you can imagine, with more sharper edges, more black, and a general more edgy aesthetic, and pretty much everything else that comes to mind when the words gaming monitor appear. Apart from that, other key differences include the fact that the FI32U doesn't have built-in speakers. Now, I don't know too many people that do use built-in speakers, but just in case you do, the FI32U doesn't have them, or the M32U has a pair of 3-watt speakers. So yes, they aren't the greatest speakers in the world, and you'll probably be using a different audio solution, but they're nice to have just in case, and it's great for troubleshooting if your main audio solution doesn't work for some reason. Another interesting thing that sets these two apart according to the spec sheets is that you can turn the M32 slightly more than the FI32U. But overall, the M32U has a way more restrictive stand, one that doesn't even allow you to pivot the monitor. You'd assume they use the same stand and mechanism for mounting the monitor to the stand, and as the website for the Gigabyte M32U is very quick to remind you, this is a KVM monitor, which I gotta say, Gigabyte is really pulling themselves at the service here, because there's so many other great things about this monitor that making the KVM capabilities the main selling point, it's kind of missing the point of this thing. Especially seeing how the FI32U and other Gigabyte gaming monitors have KVM capabilities as well. Though this one, the M32U, is slightly better at it than the FI32U, with it having one extra USB 3.0 port at the back. So if you care about the KVM capabilities of your monitor that much, then the M32U could come in useful, but if the standard 2 USB 3.0 Type A ports are enough for you that come with standard KVM on the FI32U or other monitors in the Aorus family like the FV43U behind me, then the FI32U will be more than enough for you. And now I said you so much, it just sounds kind of weird to say you. But before I bore you to death with me saying you, let me just conclude by saying that these are both great monitors and the differences really aren't that great. It really depends on which one you can get in a better price and which one you like the look of the most. If any of the differences I stated in this video are a deal breaker, then you probably already know which one you want despite the price. But apart from that, just go with whichever one is the better value for you. And make sure to get using our Amazon Associates links down in the video description below, because that way you get your monitor at no extra cost while we get some money, so it's a win-win. It truly goes a long way in supporting the channel, while again, you didn't pay a single penny extra. So yeah, talk about a great deal. If you want to help support the channel in other ways, we also have a Patreon, and just $1 a month goes a long way in helping out this channel and allows us to make way better videos, along with videos on way more interesting topics. I'd also like to thank my existing patrons Gavin Burns, Ryan, OKB, Meg Sumner, Shane Allcroft, Lansby, and Comic Age Clothing. Thank you guys so much, support truly goes a long way. Down there you're also going to find a link to our merch store if you want to help support the channel that way, plus get some awesome merch as well. Plus, there's also a Discord server if you want to talk to me or us at this or whatever else really. And now there's our social media links as well. But anyway, that's about it, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye.